हर साल लहराते हैं हम तिरंगा प्यारा, हमारा हिंदुस्तान है सारे जहां से न्यारा। जब ट्रॉफी घर आए हम मनाते हैं जश्न, जवानों के शहीद होने पर बिखर जाता है वतन। प्रगति, उन्नति, तरक्की है हर भारतवासी का उद्देश्य। आओ हाथ थामे आगे बढ़ें, हम ही हैं भविष्य, हम ही हैं भविष्य। मैं काव्या कालरा।
I, Kabir Chhabbar.
And I, Manya Khanna. We are gathered here today to commemorate our 76th year of independence through a vibrant display of creativity, passion, and spirit. 76 years and counting. Our nation is made up of diverse and unique individuals who have emerged from a common heritage of brotherhood, unity, and culture. But what does freedom really mean? What is your idea of freedom?
My idea of freedom? Maybe going to the places I like or pursuing my hobbies without any restrictions.
मेरे लिए आज़ादी का मतलब है अपने और अपनी देश के प्रगति के लिए काम करना।
Yes, all your ideas of freedom are valid. We each have our own idea of freedom. To me, freedom means being the master of my own destiny, where I can become who I want to be and contribute to the society as a citizen with rights and duties. I want everyone sitting here to think about what freedom means to you. Meanwhile, let us begin the celebration of the essence of independence. We have a bouquet of vivid displays of spirit, culture, and our love for India.
We are all familiar that the Independence Day of India is celebrated religiously throughout the country on the 15th of August every year. That it holds tremendous ground in the list of national days because it reminds every Indian of the beginning of a new era. The era of deliverance from the clutches of British colonialism that lasted over 200 years. It was on the midnight of 15th of August 1947 that India was declared independent from the British Raj, and the reins of independence and control were handed over to the leaders of our country.
भारत हर साल 15 अगस्त को अपना स्वतंत्रता दिवस मनाता है, लेकिन हमें ये आज़ादी एक कठिन राह से गुजरकर और बहुत सी कुर्बानियाँ देकर हासिल हुई है। इस आज़ादी की कीमत शहीदों के खून और देशवासियों के बलिदान ने चुकाई है।
India's attaining independence seemed to be a tryst with destiny. The struggle for freedom was a long and tiresome one. It witnessed countless sacrifices of many freedom fighters who put their lives on the line just so future generations could lead their lives with their heads held high and dream with their eyes open.
According to me, a nation's hopes and aspirations lie in its national flag. The colored stripes and the symbol on our Tiranga signify the unique strength, culture, and values of our country. To commence this auspicious and symbolic event, I would like to invite the head of our school, Ms. Inderbir Tusu, to hoist our national flag as we sing along our beloved national anthem along with the school choir.
आइए खड़े होकर उन वीरों को सम्मान दें जिन्होंने हमारे देश के लिए अपनी जान कुर्बान कर दी। इन जाबाजों के कारण ही आज हमारा तिरंगा शान से लहरा रहा है।
We would now like to invite the esteemed head of our school, Ms. Inderbir Thusu, to share a message on this momentous occasion.
Good morning, everyone, and a very happy Independence Day to all. It's my honor to stand before you on this day, a day which has deep meaning and immense significance in the heart of every citizen. Our school is a microcosm of our nation. We nurture dreams, ambitions, and talents that will shape the destiny of our country. And I'm so proud to be part of Kunskapsskolan, an institution which teaches the young minds the importance of pursuing excellence and being responsible and compassionate individuals. It is our responsibility to continue building an inclusive society where every citizen's voice is heard and respected. Each one of us sitting here has a role to play in shaping the future of our country. Let's take a moment to express our gratitude to the soldiers who continue to guard our borders and to everyday heroes who make our nation proud through their hard work. My dear students, let this Independence Day be a reminder that freedom comes with responsibilities. Embrace your role as a citizen who contributes positively towards the nation. Dream big, work hard, and be the change you wish to be. Jai Hind.
Thank you, ma'am, for your inspirational words.
Now, to celebrate this occasion with the melody and the liberation that music brings to all our lives, I would like you all to welcome the school choir, who will be singing the song You Are Loved by Josh Groban.
आयोजन हमारे प्रतिभाशाली स्टूडेंट काउंसिल के बिना संभव नहीं होता, जिसका नेतृत्व हेड ऑफ काउंसिल मिशेल फिलिप ने किया है।
On that note, I would like to invite the head of our student council, Michelle Phillip, to share a message of freedom.
Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose said, "It doesn't matter who among us shall live to see India free. It is enough that India shall be free and that we shall give our all to make her free." Good morning. I am Michelle Phillip, and it is my privilege to address you today as citizens of a free and independent India. I welcome you all to this celebration of our identity, history, and future. The Indian freedom struggle can be traced back to the revolt of 1857. Names of leaders like Rani Lakshmi Bai, Mangal Pandey have been forever etched in our memories for their selflessness and bravery. The struggle gave us leaders like Gandhi Ji, Jawaharlal Nehru, B.R. Ambedkar, and so many others. It brought together each corner of our nation, despite cultural differences and language barriers. And now, it is our turn to continue this legacy. It is time that we step up and ensure a home where the mind is without fear and the head is held high. Into the heaven of freedom, let our country awake. Jai Hind. Thank you, Michelle, for that trip down history and a glorious vision of the future. Independence Day is not just about the freedom that we received, but also a reminder of the duty that we shoulder, of brotherhood and the hands of the people around us that lift our nation up. The beauty of India lies in its unity and diversity. It can be seen everywhere we look in our country. The contrast between the progressive urban sector and the traditional rural sector, the developing industrial sector and the well-developed agricultural sector, the upcoming entrepreneurial sector and the robust medical sector. It truly is a multifaceted debate.
हमारा भारत तेज़ी से विकास कर रहा है और दुनिया की नज़रों में एक विकसित राष्ट्र के रूप में आगे बढ़ रहा है। भारत समुंदर की गहराइयों से लेकर अंतरिक्ष की ऊंचाइयों तक पहुंच गया है और हम सब भी तो आज भारत की कहानी सुनने और सुनाने के लिए यहाँ मौजूद हैं।
Speaking of storytelling and self-expression, I feel like dance is an art form that wordlessly conveys 1,000 emotions. It conveys a sense of balance, fluidity, and flexibility within one's physical and mental being. With that, I would like to invite the brilliant and talented students of grade 9 to perform a beautiful poetic rendition, Dodo Hindustan through dance, coached by Miss Blossom D'Souza. This performance celebrates our progressive yet rooted country, which is not only our greatest strength, but our very identity.
हिंदुस्तान में दो दो हिंदुस्तान दिखाई देते हैं। एक है जिसका सर 10वें बादल में है, एक है जिसका पांव अभी दलदल में है, एक है जो सतरंगी थाम के उठता है, दूसरा पैर उठाता है तो रुकता है। फिरका परस्ती, वहम परस्ती और गरीबी की रेखाएं। एक है दौड़ लगाने को तैयार खड़ा है, अग्नि पर रखकर पांव उड़ जाने को तैयार खड़ा है। हिंदुस्तान उम्मीद से है, आधी सदी तक उठ उठकर हमने आकाश को पहुंचा है, सूरज से गिरती दर्द को छान के धूप चुनी है। बरस आजादी के हिंदुस्तान अपने इतिहास के मोड़ पर है, अगला मोड़ और मार्स पे पांव रखा होगा। हिंदुस्तान उम्मीद से है, चलो चले, जो तुम चलो तो हिंदुस्तान चले।
Hey, what are you doing here?
What do you mean, what am I doing here? I'm narrating here.
No, I'm the one narrating here, obviously.
Well, we already have an audience. How about we split the money?
70-30.
50-50.
All right. Good morning, everybody. Happy Independence Day. How's your day going? Good? Well, our play is better. So, today is Independence Day, the 76th, in fact, and it is only fitting we talk about India.
Well, what is India to you?
Trying to summarize India in a single sentence wouldn't do it justice. But India is a very diverse and culturally rich country.
Of course, this is after all due to the fact that India has so many different cultures and religions within itself.
And for that reason, it has consistently been one of the largest contributors to the global economy in the past and in the present.
Well, I know a bit about the past, Anirudh. What about the present?
Well, in the present, India is the world's fastest growing economy
Whoa,
and is going to be the world's second largest economy by 2050.
that's amazing. But, well,
What about the past?
well, in the past, we used to be called the golden bird. This was due to our massive economy, which was in fact because of the various different sea routes and trades we have already had established.
Wow, that's really amazing.
Well, let's talk about this scene. What is it about?
It was based on a book.
Yeah, what book? I don't remember.
I didn't read the script.
I didn't get one.
Improv.
Improv.
Well, it looks like you'll have to stick around to find out.
First one off the stage, the better narrator. An entire scene since I last saw you.
I wish it were longer.
Me too, pal, me too.
Well, anyways, you know, audience, there's a reason rural and urban are two separate words.
Rural India is like the backstage of our theatre.
Nobody sees.
Nobody cares.
But anyways, I feel that rural India has been left unappreciated for quite some time.
That's true. After all, rural India has some of our oldest and finest culture.
Do you like traveling? I know I do. I would love to go to rural India, but I don't think it would remain rural at this rate.
So true. Urbanization has taken India by a storm.
And for good reason. It solves many of the problems faced in rural areas, like access to education, water, sanitation, and improves the quality of public facilities greatly.
That's amazing. Wanna take a trip down to rural India now?
Sure, why not?
In the areas rural, seldom is a toilet found. Its plural is badred. Drainage was never a word. So much so as floods were the norm. Water was best left unconsumed. Food could not be obtained by all without show of force. People spoke about their problems, their dreams, seldom of relevance. To those in power who merely saw their descent and the length of their hair. सरिता, ए सरिता, 12 बज गए, पानी भर। सरिता, हाँ माँ, 5 मिनट। क्या कर रही है सुबह से? जाके पानी भर, थोड़ा सा काम कर ले। मम्मी मैं पढ़ रही हूँ ना। पढ़ाई से क्या हो जाएगा तेरा? मम्मा आपको पता है कि मेरा सपना है आईएएस ऑफिसर बनने का। मैं यूपीएससी की तैयारी कर रही हूँ। 10वीं तक पढ़ा दिया, खुश नहीं हुई अभी तक? अरे माँ, मुझे छोटे छोटे गांव में जाकर उनकी समस्या का समाधान निकालना है। चुप, ये सब छोड़, जाके पानी भर अभी। माँ, क्या पानी भी नहीं भर सकती? अरे माँ देखो तो कितना गंदा पानी आ रहा है। तो क्या मेरी गलती है? तो क्या मेरी है? हाँ तेरी ही है। अगर तू लाइन में खड़े होके सुबह साफ पानी ले आती तो क्या मर जाती? अरे माँ मैंने बोला ना, मैं चुप। ये क्या सुबह से पढ़ाई पढ़ाई लगा रखा है? मैं अपने सहेली के घर जाती, उसके पूछ के आती उसके घर पे साफ पानी है या नहीं। जब तक आओ तेरा ये नाटक खत्म हो जाना चाहिए।
मुन्नी, मैंने सुबह 2 कुर्ते दिए थे सिलने के लिए, सिल दिए?
बाबा अभी तक नहीं सिले, मैं 2 मिनट में सिल देती हूँ।
क्यों नहीं सिले?
अरे बाबा मैं पढ़ रही थी ना।
क्या सुबह से पढ़ाई पढ़ाई लगा रखा है? घर का काम काज संभाल ले।
बाबा आपको भी पता है मैं यूपीएससी की तैयारी कर रही हूँ।
तू भी जानती हो, मैं भी जानता हूँ कि यूपीएससी की हमारी औकात नहीं। जो बच्चे कुछ पैसे थे वो तेरी माँ की इलाज में चले गए।
बाबा मेरे भविष्य का क्या?
हाँ मैं ढूंढ दूंगा किसी को और करवा दूंगा तेरी उससे शादी। जा अब मेरे कुर्ते सिल।
ठीक है। सुनो सुनो सब लोग इधर आओ। सहेली के घर पे भी साफ पानी नहीं आ रहा है। अब तो बिजली भी चली गई है, पंचायत के पास जाना ही पड़ेगा।
चलो चले।
और पलवारी कैसा है?
बस मैं बढ़िया, राम राम प्रधान जी।
अरे तू आज यहाँ क्या कर रहा है? हाँ
आज मैंने सोचा कि पंचायत में आ ही जाता हूँ, वैसे भी घर पे कोई काम तो है नहीं मुझे।
और नहीं तो क्या, तेरे घर पे भी तो 50 बल्ब लगवा दिए थे ना?
जी हाँ, 50 बल्ब तो मेरे घर पे भी थे और 50 आपके पे थे। इन गांव वालों को हम क्या ही कर सकते हैं, इन्हें बल्ब की क्या ज़रूरत? गटर साफ करने के लिए थोड़ा ना बल्ब की ज़रूरत होती है।
और नहीं तो क्या।
जी हाँ।
तेरे को वो रजिस्टर नहीं है जो सरकार हर साल भेजती है, क्या वो किसी फंड के लिए?
हाँ हाँ, सरकार ने इस साल भी भेजा था 100 बल्ब लगाने के।
राम राम प्रधान जी, राम राम। राम राम छोटे, राम राम।
राम राम छोटू।
क्या बात हो रही है?
हम इसी बारे में बात कर रहे हैं कि जो सरकार ने हमें 100 बल्ब गांव में लगाने के लिए दिए थे, कैसे हमने वो हड़प लिए, कैसे हमने सबसे चुरा लिए और अब वो हमारे घर पे।
राम राम प्रधान जी, राम राम।
पीछे हटो, पीछे हटो। क्या चाहिए आज तुम्हें?
रोज रोज मुंह उठा के आ जाते हो यहाँ पे।
कुछ समस्या थी जो बतानी थी।
तुम्हारी क्या समस्या है? हर बार आ जाते हो।
घर पे
तो समस्या खत्म ही नहीं होती।
घर पे 2 दिनों से साफ पानी नहीं आ रहा है, अब तो बिजली भी चली गई। काम काज करे तो कैसे करे? सारी रोड टूटी हुई है, मैं ट्यूशन तक नहीं जा पाती हूँ।
ये पढ़ेगी? हाँ,
ये बेटी, तुम पढ़ के क्या करोगी? तुम्हारे बाप दादा हमारे गटर साफ कर करके मर गए और तुम्हें अब पढ़ना है।
प्रधान जी, पढ़ाई मेरा हक है।
अपनी बेटी को ज्यादा समझा तो छोटू।
एक मिनट। राम राम प्रधान जी, राम राम।
छोटू पानी लो, छोटू। राम राम मैडम, राम राम।
कैसे हैं आप?
जी हम बढ़िया, हमारा गांव भी सफल चल रहा है।
और नहीं तो क्या मैडम, हम सारे काम एकदम सही से कर रहे हैं। आपने देखा होगा कि जहाँ पे गांव की एंट्रेंस है वहाँ पे हमने 2-4 बल्ब भी लगवाए थे।
हाँ, बहुत रोशनी है वहाँ पर।
मैम सबसे पहले पानी लीजिए पहले।
धन्यवाद। इन्हें भी पानी दीजिए, इतनी गर्मी में खड़े हैं।
मैम कैसी बात कर रहे हो मैम? इन्हें पानी दें हम?
क्यों नहीं?
मैडम ये छोटी जाति के लोग हैं और हम ऊंची जाति के लोग हैं।
इनका धर्म अधिकारी हमारी सेवा करना है।
Botanicar in Kerala is the only Indian village to have achieved a 100% literacy rate. It boasts about its literate population in contrast to the rest of India. There are high schools, primary schools and private schools in Botanicar. It is a quintessential example of achievement in education.
Vekanari in Karnataka has put an end to open defecation, which is still a common practice in rural backwaters of India. After many failed modest attempts, the village council decided to greet the perpetrators a good morning on the defecation site.
Dharnai is India's first energy independent village. Yes, this village in Bihar has developed its own solar powered electricity supply system with the support of Greenpeace. The 30-year-long darkness comes to an end. Now, students don't depend on sunlight for their studies and women can do their errands in the evening too.
Shri Mahila Grih Udyog, Lijjat Papad. This is one of the oldest Indian workers' women's organizations launched in 1959.
Born near Rajasthan's Barma district, 31-year-old Ruma Devi, she has started an entrepreneurial movement with her simple handmade embroidery.
Dintana 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 direna direna dintana dintana direna 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 tana direna tana direna tagari dum tana direna tana direna tana direna tagari dum tana direna tana dira na tudu do dana na dira na na dira na na dira na na tadari do dira na tana dira na tadari do dira na tana dira na tadari do dira na tana dira na tudu do dana na dira na na dira na na dira na na tadari do dira na tana dira na tadari do dira na tana dira na.
Machines. Such a wonderful thing made mankind. Don't you think? So simple yet so complex at the same time. Isn't it wonderful to see all these different parts come together to achieve one singular task?
They're just like human society. One alone can only do so much, but together they can do more than all of them could have ever imagined.
You know, industrialization in India are mostly dependent on these machines. It's because of the various different industries like the aerospace, agriculture, pharmaceutical, and even the food industry depend on these machines to carry out their day-to-day activities.
And they greatly simplify most of our work, and in some cases, even completely replace us. Could you imagine doing the same thing hundreds of times a day for 365 days in a year?
Well, that sounds boring and tiring. But I feel that we become too dependent on these machines. Only for me, yesterday, I had a technical issue with my laptop and was panicking over what all work I had lost.
And these other pocket marvels that we call phones are also machines. We use them nowadays for everything, from grocery shopping to watching movies to even calling our friends who are continents across.
What?
Urban India is a breathing identity. It's ever-growing and evolving. Urbanization is taking place at a very fast pace, and it is projected that about 35% of the population will shift to urban areas in a few years.
However, unsustainable urban planning is a huge limiting factor to achieve the real economic potential of urbanization, as these urban challenges have changed and require a different approach.
As India is reaching its tipping point in its transition from rural to urban society, it is imperative that all sectors of society have best opportunities for economic growth.
India, as a whole, is quickly developing on various international fronts, but there are still some differences between urban and rural regions.
Green revolution is one of the most crowning glories of science, innovation, and technology.
A significant impact of rural and urban resources can easily be found in the food and nutrition industry, in the aerospace sector, in the health and biotechnology industry, in improving India's traditional knowledge systems, and in promoting crops to enhance farmers' income.
In the 1950s, when solving the infant food problem seemed impossible, with the help of rural voluntary services, we developed technologies that convert buffalo milk into milk powder and commercialized it with the help of Amul Industries.
Light illuminates, shadows define. Amidst the global chaos and turbulence, India's rise as a democratic superpower holds great promise for the world order. Right to equality. We as people are all equals. India is a nation of vast cultures and other traditions. But even after all of that, we all live in unity, all together.
Right to freedom of religion. There is no official religion and each and every individual has the right to choose its religion. And whichever religion he or she chooses, none is superior or inferior.
Right to freedom. Each citizen of India has the right to express their speech and expression. They also have the right to work in any industry or occupation.
Right against exploitation. Children below the age of 14 should not be forced to work. This act of 1986 was passed by the Supreme Court.
Cultural and educational right. This right states that every citizen of India should have the basic education funded by the government.
Right to constitutional remedies. If any fundamental right of any citizen is violated, they have the right to approach the Supreme Court.
Wow, these rights, they sound all amazing and all. But why do we need them, Anirudh?
That's a great question. Well, our fundamental rights are our basic human rights given to us in the Indian Constitution. We can use our rights, but we can't infringe on others' rights.
Really? That sounds amazing. But what about the duties?
Fundamental duties. Well, we need to perform our fundamental duties to receive our fundamental rights.
But don't you think that some people who don't execute their fundamental duties to an extent still get their rights?
Well, yes, that is true. That is very generous of the government. And do you remember a fundamental duty?
Well, there was one that the one where we have to follow the Indian Constitution.
Yes, thank you. Well, anyways, we'll be generous to the audience now and get going.
They love us, don't you?
You'll miss us, won't you?
Of course they will. They love me more than you, though.
Let's get going then.
Yep, okie dokie.
केसरिया बालमा आवो जी पधारो म्हारे केसरिया बालम हे आवो जी पधारो म्हारे देश पधारो म्हारे देश पधारो म्हारे देश केसरिया बालम हे आवो जी पधारो म्हारे देश
Binoy, I have been reading Tagore's novel, Gora. It has awakened a fire within me. The concept of national identity, caste, and religion has captivated my mind.
Gora, I've read it too. Tagore brilliantly explores these themes, forcing us to question societal norms. What struck you the most?
The conflict between religious orthodoxy and progressive thinking. Our society is divided, Binoy, and I want to bridge that gap. I want to redefine our nation's identity based on equality and unity.
Gentlemen, I couldn't help but overhear your conversation. I too share a passion for social change. It's time we challenge the rigid beliefs that divide us.
Indeed, it's a pleasure to meet someone who shares our vision. What's your name?
Hi, I'm Sucharita, and I believe that every individual has the right to choose their own path regardless of caste or religion.
Gora, my son, I love your commitment to society. Remember, love and compassion should always guide your actions.
Thank you, Father. Your teachings have shaped my worldview. But I fear the challenges that lie ahead. The conservative voice in our society are really strong.
धर्म की जीत हो, धर्म की जीत हो, धर्म की जीत हो, धर्म की जीत हो.
Gora, these radical ideas of yours will only lead to chaos and destruction.
Baburam, progress doesn't mean disrespecting our heritage. It means embracing change for the betterment of all. Unity should transcend religion.
Sucharita, there you are. Why do you keep wasting your time on these progressive ideas? Our religion and traditions have kept us grounded for generations.
I understand your concerns, Babu Ramji.
But society is changing, and we must adapt to ensure a better future for everyone.
Change is unnecessary. We must preserve our religions and traditions.
Friends, together let's strive for a nation where religion and caste do not define us. Together, let's build bridges of understanding and compassion, breaking free from the chains of prejudice.
Dear parents, I would want...
Long years ago, we made a tryst with destiny, and now the time has come when we shall redeem our pledge, not fully or in full substance, but very substantially.
At the stroke of the midnight hour, when the world sleeps, India will awake to life and freedom.
A moment comes, which comes but rarely in history, when we step out from the old to new, when an age ends, when the soul of a nation, long suppressed, finds utterance.
The ambition of the greatest man of our generation has been to wipe every tear from every eye. That may be beyond us, but so long there's tears and suffering, so long our work will not be over. And so we labor and work hard to give reality to our dreams. And those dreams will not only be for India, but for the whole world.
हल्के हल्के ओ मिले सुर मेरा तुम्हारा
सब सांसें जब एक हवा से भर जाए, तक 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 आसमां जहां भी एक सा पाए। प्यार तो सबनो कर लेना, हाथ बढ़ा के पढ़ लेना, और गले से लगा ले दोबारा।
What a stunning performance. That truly was brilliant. Now, before I call upon the Kunskapsskolan Orchestra to perform a symphony with their choice of diverse musical instruments, I'd like to bring to your attention how the orchestra is a beautiful metaphor for democracy.
Yes, if you play a solo, the conductor and everybody in the orchestra follows you. Then, a few bars later, the main voice goes to another instrument, another group, and then you have to go back into the collective voice.
The art of playing in an orchestra is being able to express yourself to the maximum, but always in relation to something that's going on simultaneously. Just like a democracy, this orchestra performance is a testament of unwavering dedication and constant commitment to our great nation. I hope you enjoy it. As you have seen, all the performances have been absolutely marvelous and a delight to behold. We're proud to inform you that the students of Kunskapsskolan Gurgaon have managed everything expertly backstage, and we hope we've been able to provide you with a memorable and enthralling experience. Now, I would like to extend an invitation and invite our cultural captain, Meera Janeja, to conclude today's events.
Good morning, everyone. I am Meera Janeja, the cultural captain of Kunskapsskolan. It's an honor to be speaking here today on behalf of the student community. I extend my heartfelt gratitude to each and every one of you who contributed in making this Independence Day celebration a resounding success. I would like to thank our head of school, Ms. Inderbir Thusu, and our Vice Principal, Ms. Ramneek Batra, for their extraordinary support and leadership. I would also like to thank all of our teachers, not only for their dedication and motivation to the performing students, but also for their help with the scripts, practices, stage setup, and running the show. Special thanks to the staff members whose efficient support was crucial in the smooth functioning of the event. I must thank all the students who performed today for their enthusiasm on stage and hard work behind the scenes. Finally, I would like to thank all the parents for joining us here today and hope you enjoyed the event as much as we enjoyed presenting it. Thank you.
Thank you, Meera, for your wonderful words. We're truly proud of the whole team.
76 साल पहले हुआ एक चमत्कार, हुआ ये सुनहरा देश आज़ाद। बादल हटे नीले आसमान से, हमने कहा तकलीफ़ों को मेरा रास्ता ना काट। फिर बह चली गंगा जमुना की अविरल धारा, इन जैसा कहाँ है दुनिया में बहाव किसी का। हमने कठिनाइयों को धूल समझा, सफलता को सीढ़ी, दुनिया मुस्कुराई और कहा भारत जैसा स्वभाव न है किसी का, भारत जैसा स्वभाव न है किसी का।
Thank you all for being such an incredible audience. Your enthusiasm truly elevated this event to something else. We're all very grateful for your presence, and we thank you from the bottom of our hearts.